What's going on, guys and gals? DJ BTM here, bringing you guys a brand new episode of the Dubya Show. We got two new people today. We got Xaigeta and we have Arturo with us, both from SGN. This is going to be one of our sponsors again this week. So we're going to start the Dubya Show off. I still think that's a pretty cool name. Nobody's come up with a better name yet. I think that's an awesome name. So this is episode number 2. We're going to be jumping into it. We got a lot to talk about today. So we're going to jump right into it with our first sponsor again. It's going to be the SGN. Again, awesome place to go if you guys want to meet people to game with. There's PC gamers, there's everybody. There's PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Xbox One, Xbox 360. I'm sure that there's some mobile gamers on there. I guarantee that there probably is. But you just go on there at the SGN.com. You can creep a bit. It's okay. Browse the forums, see what you guys like. There's a nice little chat box where you can get in and talk about all this different stuff, whatever you want to. Get to meet people and really get to play. But it's a lot of fun. Both these guys are from SGN. They seem to really like it as well. How do you guys feel about the SGN?
So far, it's a great gaming community that I've been in so far. No complaints whatsoever. And I advise anybody to join.
Yeah, me too. Like, the community is very great, and everybody's really friendly.
That it is. Like, I haven't been on here for very long, but it's a very, very friendly site. Like I said, if you want just a good group of people to game on with, go on there, thesgn.com. You guys can check it out. But we're going to jump into our first thing today. It's a brand new site. It's something similar in Canada. People know about this. It's called The Score. It's similar to like ESPN in America. I'm not too sure what it is everywhere else in the world. ESPN's a pretty large one. You probably know what that is. But that's just like a large sports network. And they actually launched an Esports App that's available on Android and iOS, which is really cool. That's the first type of app for the community. So what esports is, in case you guys don't know kind of what it is, which most people kind of do now. I think that's just something you kind of get into now, is you know what esports is. It's electronic sports, which is Call of Duty, StarCraft, League of Legends, stuff like that, where people actually game competitively to earn money and make a professional living out of it. So this is actually becoming such a big thing. It says, according to a New York-based video game market research firm, Superdata, 71.5 million people watched esports around the world in 2013. 2013 that's 2 years ago from esports. Esports has made a huge leap. Dota 2 last year, I think it was something like a $20 million prize pool for the world tour. I don't know if you guys ever saw that, but $20 million to play a video game?
I know.
Yeah, that would be so great.
That's why like a lot of people want to do esports, and they're giving like so much time to be better and be on a professional team.
Yeah.
After gaming.
I know in our community, like, Call of Duty is probably one of the biggest in North America. It's like League of Legends, Dota. It's not too big in North America. Call of Duty is probably the biggest esport community, but like I know in Europe, like this stuff's huge. In Korea, stuff like this, like it's saying that Seattle's Key Arena sold out of 10,000 seats, priced at $500 a ticket.
Holy crap!
Yeah, there's just no way in the world I'm gonna be paying $500 just to sit down on my butt all day.
So it says the app will provide breaking news and live scores for League of Legends from professional leagues in Korea, North America, Europe, and China, along with breaking news coverage of Dota 2, Counter-Strike Go, Call of Duty, StarCraft 2, and Hearthstone, with more games and regions coming soon. So, like I said, if you guys are interested in this stuff, like, you should download this app right away. I haven't downloaded it, and I feel really bad. I don't know why. Like, this is available, I'm assuming, all across the world that you can download this. I don't think it's just a Canadian thing that you can download, because it has Korea and North America and stuff like that. So I'm assuming you can download it right now.
What I was going to say is that what's great about this app is, like, for us people who are actually in the working class who don't have time to actually sit down and watch these things and want to. You know, just pull it up on your phone, take a quick look, and you're good.
Exactly. Like it says it's going to provide links to live streams or games, which is awesome. That's perfect. That's what you want, because a lot of esports is streaming. If you guys don't follow that at all, Twitch.tv, huge streaming service, actually bought by, I believe it's Yahoo bought it, which
Twitch.
is...
And now it's MLG TV.
Yeah, you have MLG TV,
Yeah.
Major League Gaming has its own. There's tons. Like, streaming is a huge thing. Professional streamers, like, there's a lot of...
There's a new one too. Hitbox TV is a new one that just
Xbox
came out.
TV, I haven't heard of that one. Oh, I think I might have
Me
heard.
neither.
I think I know. I think I've heard of somebody that goes in there. But that's kind of cool. I think that's pretty neat. You guys have anything else to say about that one?
Not right.
I'm downloading it right now. I want to see how it's about.
All right.
Got me downloading it now, Arturo.
I'm the only one. I'm the host of the show, so I guess I gotta keep on with the next little thing. So we're gonna jump to the next little topic. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button here. All right, so it's Halo 5 undergoing major changes after the beta feedback. In case you guys are wondering, Halo 5 did just do a large launch beta. I believe it was an open beta on Xbox One. I believe it was a week.
It wasn't open. It was actually if you had the Master Chief Collection.
Oh, so if you bought a game that didn't work, you got a beta.
If you got pretty much. Yeah. I'm not gonna argue with that one.
In case you guys are wondering, I still don't think Master Chief Collection works. I don't know if you guys
no. No.
That, like, see, I couldn't imagine paying $60 for a game and it still doesn't work.
It did not work whatsoever straight out of the box. As soon as you got home, you're like, what am I doing? I can't play.
So it says, with Halo 5 being such a big evolution of combat experience for Halo, we wanted to be able to take these new mechanics, the new Spartan abilities, and put them into the hands and use that feedback to hone the experience. I'm not too sure, like, did you guys get a chance to look at any beta gameplay or anything like that?
Yes, I did.
How was it?
It's actually, from my perspective, I was sitting there watching Hutch and Gold Glove and all them playing.
Yeah.
It seemed like a clunkier version of Destiny. From what I noticed when Hutch was using the sniper,
Yeah.
it seemed kind of clunky. Like it weighed like a ton to pull up to your eyeball. It's like it was kind of slow. But as far as like weapon damage and all that, it seemed like it was pretty decent compared to most FPS shooters that I've seen. Like the battle rifles seemed like they were on point. They weren't drifting off or swaying or anything like that. It actually looked really decent. As far as from the other clunkiness of like the weapons coming to like the aiming and all that.
Arturo, did you get a chance to check it out at all?
No, I didn't. I'm a PS4 user, so I wasn't like
This doesn't matter.
very
I guess
into
so.
Halo.
So
But
it's-
I was reading that they got like a really good like, how do you say it? Feedback.
No, yeah, there was a lot of good feedback from that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
300.
Yeah, I'm reading through it, and that's kind of what it says. It's saying that they're looking for much faster matches, better skill matching, better feedback, improved party versus party. There's lots of things that I guess people kind of really posted. Must have been a forum type thing where you could just post what you didn't really like about the game, and there's a lot that they actually have taken into effect. It seems like there's new Spartan Abilities, which is kind of like your abilities in Call of Duty almost. Like the new things from Advanced Warfare, like you have
Perks.
Yeah, it's like
perks,
what-
yeah, like modified ground pound. Like, so I'm assuming it's similar to Advanced Warfare, where you can kind of, if you land on somebody, you can kind of blow them up. Like, not blow them up, but
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's kind of like a perk, but not quite a perk.
yeah, it seems like it's kind of cool. Considering we don't know too much about that, like, it seems like it's kind of got some skills from it. It actually looks really nice. Hopefully it turns out good. Halo alone is a huge series, so if that can kind of, if that can gain some momentum back again, and maybe it'll make better for Call of Duty and Battlefield, stuff like that. So we'll jump over to the next one. This one's actually kind of cool. This is to go with kind of Netflix and stuff like that, how Netflix is now producing its own content. Orange is the New Black, huge hit show all across the world. I think they did 3 seasons, and then I think it got moved to an actual network. But this is Apple Incorporated in talks with programmers for its web TV services. So in case you don't know, Apple has its own TV box streaming type thing. It's called Apple TV. I'm assuming the whole population has heard of it now. It allows you to use your iTunes. You can go on Hulu Plus, Netflix, stuff like that, right from your Apple TV. So it's kind of cool that Apple's getting its own service now.
Yeah, it's kind of like Roku on steroids.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Like, I don't know if Roku will ever get to the capabilities of having its own service, like its own, having its own TV shows, but...
Yeah, true. But it's still, you got something free compared to something you have to pay for. And
exactly.
Kind of weighs out.
With Netflix, like, I know Netflix is having, there's, what is there? Not Deadpool, it's, Daredevil. Daredevil's coming on Netflix. There's like 3 or 4 different Marvel shows alone that are coming to it. So that's kind of cool. It definitely, it shows that you don't really need TV anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have cable anymore. I just use Netflix.
Like, I haven't had TV in like 15 years, and just last year I got it, and I was like, why? There's nothing good on, so I actually reverted going back to Netflix and all that just to find something to watch.
Yeah, I think I'm finding more people that I talk to, especially, are just getting more bandwidth to either go on YouTube or Netflix and all that stuff. Just watch everything off there. Like, I know Disney made this was a couple years ago, but Disney made a thing where they were going to start putting movies onto Netflix while they're in theaters. I don't know how that was going to work, but...
Like pay-per-view?
Yeah, it almost seems like it's going to be a pay-per-view type thing. It's just...
That would have been nice.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a laziness thing or if it's just kind of cool. I haven't quite decided, but...
We'll just say both.
Well, yeah. Yeah, but it's like, I like that they know that we are changing because, like, for example, Better Call Saul. In Mexico, I can see it like one day after it comes out. I don't have to wait like 1-2 years when it comes out in the USA, and then I can see it here. Now in Netflix, I just wait one day and I can watch it. Like networks have to realize that those boundaries they no longer exist.
I think that's where they would actually fall on box office, is where they don't release it worldwide for everybody to view all at once.
Exactly.
Speaking of Apple, I'm going to jump to a topic. These guys don't know I'm jumping onto this, but yesterday this actually came out. The Wall Street Journal came out with it. Apple is actually the most profitable and highly sought after company in the world. They just announced they're $710 billion worth. That's their net worth as a company. This chart here shows that it says Google, it's 2 times as much as Google, 2.5 as much as Walmart, 4 times Bank of America, 8 times McDonald's, 12 times GM, and 24 times Twitter. That's net worth. So Apple is now 24 times the net worth of Twitter.
So, but isn't also Apple split into like 2 different companies per se?
I believe Apple is under just Apple Incorporated.
Okay, good.
Yeah, they probably have separate subdivisions inside of it, but I believe it's all under Apple, like Apple Incorporated, which, if this is true, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's huge numbers, huge.
Bigger than Google is like ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly.
I believe the closest one to them was Microsoft, and then they started to pull away. But even if Microsoft is half that, that's $340 billion.
That's a lot of money.
I know.
They're gonna. I think within next year they might reach $1 trillion with a net worth. That's ridiculous.
If they hit that, they deserve to be, Fortune 1, and they shouldn't be nothing there.
And it's crazy. I'm kind of looking at their stock versus how it's going up and down compared to other companies. The only company that seems to be kind of going up without really going down is Walmart and Google. Apple had a big spike at $600 billion in 2012, and then it dropped down to about $350 billion, and they've skyrocketed over the last year and a half to $700 billion.
Just today, they're at $124.88 a share.
A share.
Yeah.
Share.
Which is probably like 0.0000% of the company.
Yeah, exactly.
But you can own a share in Apple. So buy shares now, because apparently it's only going up, in case you guys are wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, where is it? Since its initial offering in December of 1980, the company's market value has risen more than 50,000%.
That's huge. That's like extremely huge.
So let's say the stock was, it probably came on the market at $5.
Yeah, it'd have to be somewhere $5 to $10 a share.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
50,000%. Anyways, we'll jump up to the next one. So the next little topic up for grabs is Swatch to battle Apple. Swatch is actually a very well-known watch manufacturer. They've been around for a long time. I don't know the exact number since they've been around, but they're up there with some of the best. They're not really high-quality watches as far as I know, but it seems like it's kind of cool that somebody's trying to rival Apple here.
It looks pretty similar, like the iWatch.
It does look kind of similar to an iWatch.
Yeah, it does. And Swatch has been out since 1983. Been established since 1983.
Okay, so they've been around for longer than Apple almost.
Yeah, 31, 32 years.
Looking at some of the stills of this, it has a lot of similarities to the iWatch, or whatever Apple's calling their watch. Apple, iWatch, whatever.
Yeah, it's iWatch.
But it doesn't look as bulky as the iWatch, though.
No, it doesn't. It looks a lot sleeker. It looks like something you would wear as a normal watch, but has the capabilities.
Yeah, exactly. It would be so. I don't even wear watches, and I would probably wear something compared to that.
I bought the Gear S or the Samsung Gear when it first came out, the first smartwatch pretty much on the market, and I still have it. And it works really good, and it's really cool. It's something definitely to try out. But looking at this, it looks like they're really going pretty far with this.
And the screen actually looks like it's usable. That's the great part about it.
Yeah, it looks like it's relatively high res. I don't know if it has a camera, but it's not really that bad. So it's set to launch with the Apple iWatch in April to the tune of about $350, depending on which version you go for. They're still not sure how long the battery will last. That's kind of worrying. Not knowing, I would hate to buy a $400 watch and having to charge it every 2 hours or something.
That would
every day.
Really bad. Yeah.
Like I hope to last like 5 days at least. Well, it depends how much do you use it. But what it concerns me is the endurance, because I'm like a very not explosive, like enthusiastic person, and I'm always hitting my hand or my wrist on a table or a wall. So I don't think I will buy it because I think I'll break it.
Yeah, it's hard to say how durable it would be. Like my watch has been with me for about 2 or 3 years now, and it's held up pretty well. So.
No, if they're using something, I was going to say, if they use something like Gorilla Glass or Dragon Tail, that would be nice, or a mixture of the three combined together. Because Dragon Tail actually prevents scratches. I know that from the various phones that I've had in Gorilla Glass. You know, the durability.
Dragon Tail, but that's kind of cool.
Yeah, Dragon Tail is actually made by the company of, or who used them was, what was that? Alcatel.
Okay.
Nice.
Alright, let's move on to the next subject. YouTube testing Choose Your View multi-angle feature. This is really cool. This means that you can now, if you were to watch this, for instance, if you were to watch the Dubya show, you'd be able to go in and see Zai or Arturo and go into their view of exactly how they're seeing this. That's really cool. That's something that's never really been done before in a service that you can kind of choose. I know that as weird as it is, Taylor Swift had a video like this not that long ago, where you could choose which angle you wanted to go and look at.
I think that would be possible, considering you would just need a couple of multiple cameras and actually some hyperlinks that would actually turn into actual videos, and it just expands within the video.
Yeah. Well, I think it's gonna like to revolutionize. What's the word? Revolutionize. Yeah, that. Sorry. Like the whole live stream for MLG or the Grammys or the Oscars.
Yeah,
like,
that would be extremely nice.
Yeah, just to look at the crowd whenever you want to, and not have to.
Yeah, the crowd or the stage or the red carpet.
So it's
like you don't have to depend on the entertainment, but you can go to the live stream on YouTube and you can decide what do you want to watch.
So you made a very good point. You said hyperlinks. I don't know why I never thought of that. I was trying to wrap my head of how
to
work this. Hyperlinks. Hyperlinks are just something when you click inside of it, it'll take you automatically to the next thing, exactly where you clicked it. You can generally you can do that with if somebody makes a comment on YouTube and posts the time, you click the time, and it'll take you right to that. So that actually makes a lot of sense. It's more like you're having 4 separate videos, and you're just clicking in between them.
Yeah, it would be all streamed in real time.
Yeah. It is something that you can sign up for. So if you do have a YouTube channel, you can sign up for the program and see if it enhances your viewers or not. I don't know. It seems kind of cool. That's a lot more money added into the whole YouTube factor now, because that's
a lot of bandwidth
cameras,
too.
So that's like camera there, camera like I don't know. For certain things, I think it'd be just kind of weird to watch, like especially like watching somebody play video games. It'd be kind of just be like, oh, he's just looking behind him now. Okay.
He's just sitting there. It's great. I think it'd be great for the people who are actually, let's say they're in production or production type series where they're actually making little short movies and they want to show how it's made instead of having, going back and rewinding everything. They can just go ahead and have all their cameras set up at one time, and you can just do it from that way.
Yeah, just kind of do like a non-stop type thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the next topic up for grabs is Nintendo is shooting itself in the foot and it needs to stop. In case you guys were wondering or haven't heard of this, Nintendo actually released a brand new thing on YouTube saying, if you're going to post our videos, we want a piece of the pie. A lot of YouTubers are getting very upset with this because a lot of YouTubers make their money off YouTube. That's how they make a living, and now what Nintendo is saying is, it's okay to post our videos, we don't care, we're not going to take them down, but we want a certain % of how much you're going to make. So that means huge YouTubers like PewDiePie, for instance, who makes millions of dollars a year. If he only posted YouTube videos and Nintendo said, okay, well, we want half that. That's now that's half of your profit or half of what you're making just gone.
Yeah, I would say how much they want percentage of a certain video. Now, if they say, hey, I want only 3% of what you make off this video. If you only made like $10, that's not that bad to an extent.
I believe it's a pretty large share. I want to say it's I don't know the exact number, but I believe it's a relatively large share, probably close to 30% of your total revenue.
Yeah, that's something that I would not do. I would not do that. Yeah, that's too much.
They can either decide to not take any money from you, take all of it, or split it, I believe.
Yeah, but the thing is like I was reading that PewDiePie was actually saying, we're providing you free
publicity. Exactly.
Yeah, free ad or whatever. I don't know the correct word I'm looking for.
Publicity.
Yeah, publicity. That's it.
I just said that.
And And we're wasting, or they're not really wasting, they're taking like, what, 5, 6 hours, 10 hours out of their day to edit these videos and put them on YouTube for other people to watch and bringing in their viewers, and they're like, hey, I want to play that game, and Nintendo just made their revenue off that person buying the next game.
Well, it's tough. Like, I know for this, they require you, if you do want to make a certain percentage off of it, you have to email your video or some form of communication from you to Nintendo. They have to go through it, make sure it's okay. They'll give you the go-ahead, and then they'll take a certain percentage from you. That's pretty unfair, if you ask me. Like,
It's the worst idea ever.
yeah, like they already got $70 for a game. Like, I know for us, like, to buy a new game in Canada is like $70, almost $80. So that's $80 right into their pocket.
Yeah, well, technically yes and no, because you got to think about retailers actually buy their games at a certain price. Like, let's say they buy in bulk and it's like $12 per game, selling it at $60, but then the company takes their part, then the other company takes their part.
Video games is not as much as you would think, though. I've worked at Best Buy, and costs on video games is they probably make maybe $7 every video game they sell. It's not very big, so if that's $7 from a $50 video game, that still means the company, whoever made it, $43.
Yeah, it's $43 for the company that actually made it.
Yeah, that's still a lot of money. If you sell a million to 3 million copies, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it actually is.
Especially for a game like Mario Kart, something that has that lore behind it, that has that following. Smash Brothers.
Yeah, I was about to say Smash Brothers has a huge
Mario
following.
Kart, like, these are
Zelda.
big games.
Yeah, I'm definitely with xaigeta. Like, how do you charge to the people that are giving you free publicity? They edit the videos. Like, yeah, they take a lot of their time to play a game, and then they go and buy your game, and yeah, they charge me.
It seems like
Sorry,
it seems like kind of a scummy thing to do. It seems like they want a piece of the pie. They don't want to take no for an answer, and it's either their way or the highway, it's kind of unfair.
What would get me is that you're actually allowing somebody to go into your YouTube account. That's what it would seem like. It's like, hey, give me permission to get into your YouTube account. Let me check your stats on this video, and hey, then I'm gonna take all your money.
And they are already doing this, or it's just.
I don't think they're in their YouTube account, but it's more or less it's your YouTube account. They would only have access to the Nintendo videos, because they can do that for anything. If I have copyright on something and you post it up, I can say no. You can keep the video, but everything you make on it is mine. They're just they're saying you can post it, but we want to see some of that share that you're making off of it. I'm sure this will kind of be worked out and fixed. Nintendo is a pretty fan-based company. It seems like it's very fan-friendly. So to have something that's so against that is kind of weird.
True.
But in case you guys are wondering, the Sony hack, it's still on. Sony's still getting hacked every once in a while. So what Sony has now done, and big companies are also following suit, they're starting to move to a disappearing email app. What that means is, as most people have probably heard of Snapchat, where you send a picture, you can see it for 10-15 seconds, and then it disappears. We're now seeing a company called Confide, which is a Snapchat for professionals, is how they're saying it is. So what it's saying is, I can email you something. You can read the email, understand it, reply to me, but once you leave that email, it's gone. It's deleted. You'll never see it again.
That would kind of suck to an extent, depending on who you are, but I can see that as being the thing to go to.
It does make a lot of sense. Like, this is some of the stuff that they took it. It cost them $150 million from their hack that happened in November, which is the damage that they took, theoretical damage, or however you want to talk about it. That include leaked information, unreleased movies, embarrassing internal emails, which I'm sure there's some probably dirty emails on their servers. Personal data, which is really serious, including social security numbers of 47,000 celebrities and employees. That's a big thing. Security fraud is not something to be taken lighthearted. Identity theft is definitely real, and to have a celebrity, it's probably a little bit different. I don't really think you're going to have somebody try and hack a celebrity saying, hey, give me a credit card at this address, and get away with it. Hey, I'm Russell Crowe, please give me an unlimited credit card. So yeah, I have my social security number. But it's kind of, I understand the point for this. But like you said, Zaya, it'd be kind of scary. Like, if you had an email that you're like, oh crap, I forgot about what it was, and then you're like, oh, it's gone.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be nice if it. The only problem with that also I see is like if you bring it up and you do print screen, you automatically captured it that way, and it's still.
Yeah, because like all companies, even me, I have to keep that email that my boss sent or I send it, like to prove something that I did. It's
yeah,
like,
I can see that, Arturo, where you actually got to keep physical proof of, you actually sent it just in case they didn't get it.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult that thing, but yeah, a print screen or copy and paste the text will work, and you have to be like more productive. Like once you open the email, you have to answer it, or you have to do what they ask you, so you can reply to the email and it doesn't get lost in not in the cloud.
I can actually see the part where if it's actually taking time out of your actual physical work, where you have to sit there, reply to it, wait for the other one to come back, got 10 seconds to reply to that, and you're just like wasting a whole lot of time.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how much time frame it gives you, or maybe once it's deleted, like it's deleted. There must be some form of time that you have. That would only make sense, and it would only have to be maybe an hour, 2 hours,
or a day to. Yeah, it has to make sense because like it's a big issue and they need a real solution. So I bet it makes sense.
Definitely an issue, yeah. With so much going on, you have so many hacking groups, hacking each other, hacking pointless things now. It's getting a little bit out of hand, so I understand the point of it. In lighter news, Sony Pictures has finally released Spider-Man. I'm a huge nerd, so this is awesome for me. Marvel Universe and Marvel Studios now has rights to Spider-Man, but not full. Sony didn't give up everything, which it's fine by me. Sony is still going to head up the production of Spider-Man, but Marvel is going to write everything, direct it. Sony is just going to put up the money and say, this is our movie. For those of you that don't know, there's several superheroes that aren't part of the Marvel movies you'd normally see, which would be the Avengers, stuff like that. X-Men, as weird as it is Marvel, but again owned by 20th Century Fox for the movie rights, so you'll never see X-Men fighting alongside Iron Man. It's a nerd thing, don't worry about it. What this means for the consumer, it means that Spider-Man's going to be able to be in these movies, which people are probably confused of why he's not. You see Marvel generally at the beginning of these Spider-Man movies, and then you go see an Avengers movie and it says Marvel, and you're like, well, why isn't Spider-Man fighting along the Avengers?
Because a long, long time ago, if you remember, Spider-Man was in part of the Avengers when they were fighting, what's that? I can't remember the villain, but if you know what I'm talking about, they came up out of the swamp and stuff. Or was that someone else? I'm too old to remember, so whatever.
But it's really exciting for those who do care. So what they've said is Spider-Man will first appear in a Marvel film from Marvel's Cinematic Universe, which is separate from the comic universe. It does follow different storylines along the same lines. But what that means is Spider-Man's going to appear probably in an end credits scene from like a Captain America Thor, something along that before it does take over for the next Spider-Man movie. I believe that they have said that they will follow a complete Spider-Man different direction than what they have. So I think that means the end of Andy Garfield. I don't think he's no longer going to be the Spider-Man anymore, which kind of sucks. I didn't mind him as it.
I mean, he was
I
actually
like him.
pretty good. He was actually pretty good as a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I thought he was kind of believable after. You couldn't do any worse after the third Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire.
True.
He had that Spider-Man personality.
Yeah.
So it's definitely something cool. Hopefully this pushes 20th Century Fox. I believe that's the only other people who really own any other major Marvel characters to really allow them to. That they'll still have the rights to the movies. It'd still be their movie, but the Marvel team will oversee everything. They'll make sure that it makes sense. That it follows similar lines and you can kind of cross between. I think that's very smart. That's great for Sony, that's great for Disney, because Disney actually owns Marvel, as weird as that kind of is.
I actually found a little pie chart with a visual guide to Marvel characters that can be used.
Do you want to send that to me really quick?
Yeah. Give me a sec. Copy and paste this.
Alright, well, Skype calls, hey?
Yeah.
So we're going to wait for this, we'll pop it up. I'm pretty sure I've seen this pie chart before. It is really cool, though. Alright, so let's open this up. So Business Insider, Marvel characters, say this is the one I've seen. Namor, again, you'll never see him. Stan Lee is his own thing. He's the creator of Marvel, so he'll do whatever. Like I said, Spider-Man is owned by Sony, which is now part of everything else, which is perfect. Disney really owns the majority of all superheroes from Marvel except for Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer, as you can see by 20th Century Fox. There is a crossover, and this happened well before the Sony thing with Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. They'll actually be in the next Avengers movie. If you remember, I believe, what movie was it? Captain America, I believe, right at the end. I believe Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver were in that. They were.
I remember seeing a Scarlet Witch, but I don't remember Quicksilver.
Quicksilver is he's like the Flash almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's
It
really
was
cool.
on the last X-Men movie.
Is that what it was? The X-Men movie? Something like that. It was one of the movies. Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of the. It was also he was also in. Yeah, that was it.
Future Past.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I was trying to think of.
So this is a full list of exactly who owns what. 20th Century Fox owns all these different things. They do own a lot. It's more just characters that are inside that universe, the X-Men universe. So Jean Grey, Gambit, stuff like that. Storm, like the normal ones. These are some of the Marvel characters Sony Pictures will now share with Marvel Studios. So Spider-Man, Doc Ock, the same things that are in Spider-Man. Spider-Man characters, Jonah Jameson, Ben Parker, May Parker, all these different things that you'll see. So it's definitely good for moviegoers because they're going to be able to kind of understand it a little bit better and understand that people can now go into it. So I'm excited. I think that's definitely a good change.
Yes, it is.
So Zai, you can take the next one. This is all you about NASA.
Oh yeah, man. I'm really big into science and math and stuff like that. And I was reading earlier that NASA is actually building or reveals a concept of a submarine that they're trying to build to send to one of the moons. Well, actually, the Titan. It's full of it's water, or I wouldn't say water, but its oceans are made of methane, and they want to explore it. So they're actually sending it to see if there's like any life, stuff like that. It's actually really neat. If you guys actually want to see something off of it, you can go to extremetech.com and they have it posted all over the place.
This is the website right here if you guys are wondering. It's up top. Definitely, it's a good read if you haven't read it or haven't seen anything on it. It's actually pretty neat. It's just pretty much them saying like we are planning on exploring different parts of our universe or Galaxy, whatever it is. I can't remember. But that's pretty cool. Like they're literally wanting to put a submarine on a moon. That's what Titan is. Titan is a moon of Saturn, in case you guys are wondering. But Titan's like, what does it say? It's larger than Mercury. So this moon is larger than a planet.
It's about almost the same size as Earth, almost.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be like an interstellar expedition.
That's kind of what it looks like. I've never seen Interstellar, but it's just like this spaceship in or just in water in an ocean. So it's kind of cool. It's definitely a nice step forward for science. Science is always cool. They're always innovating. Not at E3. There's something not that long ago, which was, I think it was PAX or something, and they actually introduced the first 3D printed limbs. It was a couple months ago, but it's really cool. If you guys ever get a chance to look at it, 3D printed limbs. So this guy actually printed his own 3D hand. 3D printing, in case you guys don't know what it is you see this object, you literally just have a printer and it prints this object. It'll help you print, I don't know, plates, cups.
Houses.
Yeah, I'm looking at random objects around me.
Yeah, just a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it allows you to print different items, which is really cool. To think that we're printing artificial limbs that people can use to regain stuff that they once lost. That's cool. That's science.
What I would like to see of that is like if they want to do the exact copy of the other person's arm, they can just use the one that's actually good and flip the image to be able to match the other arm. That way it'd be the same length and everything. That would actually be really sweet too, if they actually can do that.
That's amazing.
Alright, so we'll jump into, I'm just trying to figure out where we are here. Alright, so Microsoft actually has introduced Windows 10. We kind of talked about this in the last episode, but it's telling you that Windows 10 is coming out, which is the new operating system for Windows. It's saying that if you've bought Windows 8, 8.1, whatever you bought, it will be a free upgrade. It seems like it's more of just kind of an upgrade, or there we go. Anyone currently running Windows 7 or Windows 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The only problem with that is that when they do bring out DirectX 12, it will never be for Windows 7 or Windows 8. It's wrapped into the bundle of Windows 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
So DirectX, I can't remember exactly what it is. I'm trying to remember.
We're at DirectX 11 right now.
Yeah, and I believe DirectX is how you run video settings.
Yeah, how it renders the video of the picture you're actually trying to see.
Yeah, it did say that DirectX 12 will be a Microsoft exclusive. They will not be including it with Mac or anything like that. You have to own a PC for this, which is kind of cool. Like, you see Mac all the time. Like, you have to have an Apple's blah 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 blah, and it has to be that, and they won't let you use anything else. This is kind of Microsoft just stepping up into the game. So this is kind of just a little pie chart of exactly what it is. It's kind of cool. What they really want to do is integrate Windows as a complete system, or Microsoft products as a complete system, whether it be your Windows tablet, your Windows phone, Microsoft, like your Xbox. They want to integrate it all seamlessly into one ecosystem, which is really cool. That they also want to allow you to stream your Xbox games directly to your PC without having anything. So that's like having your PC upstairs, your Xbox downstairs, and be able to play on your PC upstairs.
Which is
well, that's cool because in like what I like from Apple is that they build together all of their stuff. They build in the same company, so it's really quick, and they have like a lot of shared capabilities in between the devices. So with Microsoft doing this, it's going to improve a lot of things. And the new web browser that they're having is we're not having Internet Explorer anymore. It's upgrading, so
yeah,
that's
they're
cool.
finally getting rid of that monstrosity.
if I'm reading this correctly, it believes that they want to introduce cross-platform play. And
Yes,
which
they do.
cross-platform play means if I'm on PC, I can stay on PC without having to buy an Xbox and be able to play people that are on Xbox.
Yes, they are actually trying to incorporate that. They tried it a long time ago, but there was a couple of failures here and there. But I think they actually stayed on it and tried to work out the bugs.
You're
I think it.
exactly right. It says it's been technically possible to combine PC and console players, Microsoft, Sony, whatever it be, for years now. It says yet few games, if any, have ever taken advantage of the capability.
Yeah, because they're afraid either the PC's gonna outdo the console players because we're able to bump our DPIs and set macro settings for every little thing, so we just got a click of a button. While consoles were only limited to, let's say, 8 buttons altogether at most, maybe 10.
That's really cool. It's definitely that's part of DirectX 12, which is really cool. That's definitely something that's, if it's possible, that'd be awesome to integrate seamlessly. Because that would probably be the biggest setback in not being sure if I'm on PC, if it'll actually make an issue to you doing that. So it's kind of interesting. Hopefully it works.
Yeah, that way the community grows even bigger. That way, more people to join the clans, people to play together, to help each other out. I think it'll be worth it in the long run.
So they're also adding several improvements. This says it's going to be up to 50% in performance per watt. In some cases, with that being power consumption, when you're playing a game, it's going to be half of what it would be normally, just because it's running on a new engine, more or less.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that means you won't need as strong of PCs to play. Well, you still need graphics cards and stuff like that, but that's kind of cool that you'll be able to get a little bit more power in the PC that you already have.
Yeah, it would help my 460s not run as hard when playing some other game.
Alright, I think that's kind of the end of the episode. That was a relatively good episode. We had a lot of topics to kind of talk about. If you guys are interested in any of the topics, just click the description down below. I'll put all the different links that we've gone through down there so you guys can kind of follow along while you're watching. Although it's at the end of the video, but it won't really matter. But check him out if you guys get a chance. That way you can kind of really take a look at all the different websites that we've gone to, articles that we've read into. I do want to give a shout out to our final sponsor for the day, Cinch Gaming, where you can go get professional esports controllers at a great rate. They're actually very well held up. I have 4 Cinch controllers myself. I just looking around and I have 4 myself. They're a great company to work alongside with. They're great to their customers, so if you guys do go on there, it's a great place to get a controller from. They do controllers for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and they're relatively not too expensive. I believe you can get an Xbox One controller. Let's take a look right here. You can get an Xbox One controller for $100 with buttons on the back, which is, there's no way you can get a scuff for that price.
There's a scuff is like 150, a little bit more.
So yeah, this is $110 with buttons on the back. It's a default controller, but you can change it however you want. We'll make a quick one here. It's definitely pretty cool. Check them out, guys. Like I said, we switched it. cinchgaming.com. If you guys do buy anything off the website, DJBTM5 for all your discounts. That'll give you 5% off. Greatly appreciated that you guys do it. It's up to you though if you guys are in the market for a new tournament-like controller. Again, I do want to thank my guests today. Thank you guys very much for joining in. We're going to try and do different guests every week, or we'll have returning guests, whoever's available. Today was quickly put together. It is a day late. I do apologize. But yeah, do you guys have anything else to add?
No. Just enjoy the show. Come back again. Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah. Thank you for having us.
Alright guys, well it's been great having you. As always guys, leave a like, hit that comment button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, greatly appreciate it. Let us know what you guys want to see next. Do you guys want to hear more about movies? Do you guys want to hear more about video games, comics, whatever you want to hear about? Let us know in the comments description down below so we can tailor this show to you guys. If you guys want it a little bit longer, that's always accessible, we can do that, but let us know. But that's all for today guys, this has been your friend and neighbor DJBTN. I'm glad you guys tuned in, but that's all for today. Hope to see you guys all back tomorrow. Bye-bye!